Khuble pi baro syakatup Khuborjylla ke Donbosco Media Network. Kimat bukong san mentagas ni Shillong. Room terekam ke Cyro Build Company Meghalaya na mau diang-diang. Da ke National Seminar ya thir ke Sinot College ya kiriu kemat ke Meghalaya. But one u Dr. Elan Kumaran ha Apollo Trinity Clinic Shillong ban sumarjing pang dono. But mintangin pa si Khubor pakhampinya. Menteri Rangba Ukonrat ke Samla ha ke Katan Riu Terik Jymmang ulapli ke office terekam jong ke company Cyro Build Software Services Private Limited ke bana Amerika ha Information Technology Park IT Park mau diang-diang New Shillong. Menteri Rangba ulong ke jingwan rung jong ke Cyro Build ha Meghalaya kan plelat ki Samla ki bala pentebit ha ki kam IT ban tre ban kata akani ke company. Ulai thuru donalais pangut ki Samla entep kam hakini ke company kaban plela ki Samla ke Meghalaya bantre kita nak beper jong kini ke company. Ke Cyro Build ke company ke basan bantre kam na kini ke jaka bat minta ke IT Park Phase 1 ke ladap lut ulong. Ulong ru ke sorkar ke agajing kershan bepura na ke benta ki Samla bantre hakini ki IT company. Da ke jingwan terekam kum kini ki company ki Samla ki yok kalat bantre ban kata kat kum ki jing start jong kini ke jep beminta ula benrap. Menteri Rangba ulai thu ke jing peniar ya ke IT Park sya ke Phase 2 kan pelilat ya ki Samla bantre ha ki phang jing tip bebonjat ki pakentup ya ke digital technologies, artificial intelligence, blockchain but cloud computing. Ulai thuru ke sorkar Meghalaya kan kershan ki Samla ki ban sedang ki kam lejong ha kini ki pangjing start bat kan ai bai seng ru ki ha ki business information technology. Ulapin pau ke jing kermen da ke boong ki Samla ke Meghalaya ki dibantur syakmat ban shim kabu ya ke jing don jong kini ki IT company ha ke Jylla ban yerengkat bat ki Samla jong ki weipat kiri ke pertai.
You can deliver and do the work and then just take your hands off and allow the system to work. And I feel that this formula and this kind of governance process that we've been trying to do in the last 7 years has worked a lot. But as I said, I take this moment to give credit to my team. And this has only been possible because of the commitment that our team has shown in the past. If you look at this place, I remember when we had gone to Berkeley many years back. I think it was 2018 end. So when we had gone there, we really did not know, how things are going to move forward. And but we knew where we wanted to go, but we didn't know how. And it started again with just the thought process. And now suddenly, as I said, when we look back in the 7 years, and look at the investments, or rather the time we spent, the connections we made, it's all working out. Things are moving in the right direction. Of course, a lot more needs to be done, but I'm very happy to see the way things are changing and the partnerships that we have started, initiated, are now fructifying, and we're actually seeing things happen on the ground. When I was briefly in the government in 2008. I was the IT minister then. I was under the chief minister of late Dr. Don and I was his IT minister. I remember that is a time when I initiated the process of putting up an IT park. I remember our chief secretary. He used to be, if I'm not wrong, commissioner secretary, or I can't remember the exact designation. But he was involved in IT, and he played a crucial role in purchasing this land as an IT park. So 50% of our population is below the age of 19 to 20, you can say. So 50% of our youth, of our population, is below the age of 20. That's amazing. If India is young, Meghalaya is even younger. And therefore, one of the biggest challenges that is there for us as a government is actually to be able to provide the job opportunities and employment opportunities to our youth. If you look at the graph of the population, you will notice that 0 to 5 is the highest, then 5 to 10, then 10 to 15, and 15 to 20, and then people who are above the age of 45, there are only 6 lakh of us. That includes myself. And therefore, as a government, one of the biggest challenges, it's not just our government, any government in the country today, government of India for a matter of fact, is working towards different investments in manufacturing sector or IT sector because of the jobs that are required for a country, young country like ours. And therefore, the same challenge for us, and we have identified specifically sectors where we know that we have certain competitive advantage in, and our youth have a certain advantage, and we should push those areas. And therefore, IT has been identified as one of those areas, and therefore we're investing heavily in it. You're seeing the IT park of the phase 2 coming up right there in front of us. It will be ready within this calendar year, and it'll be, it'll be really a great place, I'm sure. And after that, we're going to go for third phase very soon. And because we expect a lot of things to happen. Not only this, what Praveen Bakshi has mentioned to you, that this entire zone, the new secretariat is coming up right above, and we expect it to complete it within the next 2 years. We have the Unity Park, Unity Mall that's coming up right in front. We have the Skills Park that's coming up. We'll be having the directorates that are going to come up out here. And this place in the
Yaka National Seminar Baarsngi Belapelong Daka Center for Historical Research Sinot College La Pledo Mintri Rangba Ukonrat Kisangma Haga Katsantarik Jymmang. Kipang Kibakiri Shempang Hagani Kajingtip History Kinyatai Bat Yathir Halor Kimati Belapeno Baha de Kinoyalam Kiri Shempang Hagathok Katar Kasinshar Kadar Ki Kampenroy Ki Kam Shakri Patpa. Kapang Pedeng Jongkanika National Seminar Kalong Kidin Jat Jong U Khubor Kinongte na Meghalaya ya ke India Bathamai, his footprints in time, trailblazers of Meghalaya in the making on modern to India. Umintri Rangba Ukonrat Kisangma ulalong Ukongsan, but Dr. W.R. Karluki MP Karaja Sabha ulalong Usumbut Kongsan. Hagajingkren pli Umintri Rangba ulayero Iksenot College kabala perkat bat puson ban penlong yakini gajingathir halor ki Rangba na Meghalaya ki balatay ka perkat perdan jongkari India Bathamai. Ula kentui kinong penyat ban lum bat bu jing tho hakikot ikini kejingya ther bat jingya tai kenang bikilong din kinyo ban puli bat pertho bot hadin habot. Hakini kesngi lalek buramru ikilong din jeng gitu kirang ba ki bala peno yala kasap kapong ban penpo ika Jylla bat ikari India haki bha bala kila peno hakajing jongki. Dr. Elan Kumaran ke ubala pentebit bha ban sumari ke Jingpang dok note la new liver ulawan bantere ha Apollo Trinity Clinic lan kra Shillong ka benang supletion ban sumari kinong pang ki basitom ha kaliang udok note udukot met bakongsan ha kamet jong brio. Dr. Elan Kumaran ula pentebit yaladi ha ki pangjing start ban sumari ke Jingpang babunjat ha udok note. Ulay thu akilat pathai Khubor ba ulay yo jing tip di kibun bha ki brio ki bayo jing shitom babunjat ha udok note. Ulay thu ru kumba kalong menta kijing sumar batikana bat babhayo niu dukhat met bakong san hau brio kidang duna bha haduk kata-kata hari India barok kawai. Uloong kijing don jongani galat sumar donot ha Apollo Trinity Clinic ha Shillong kalong kijing gerku ke bakrawi ki pat ba kani ke Jylla. Ya ke Apollo Hospital Lasdang ha Chennai Tamil Nadu bat menta kala penyar kitanat ki babon ke Jylla jongkari India ulay thu. Ulay thu ikidaw bikibriw ki yuwa jing shitom hau donot ki pakenthep ika jing di kiat kerni ka jing lumun palat ya jing bam umpnyang ka jing kerni ban bam ya jing bam hakirut surok bat na ka jing pang hepatitis B. Ula kentui ki pat ba ban yale ban bam ya jing bam ki pashet hi halaying lasem. Ula ong ulay thu ru ya kador ban bujili donot ha kini Khubor kala kenjok syaka arpau hadu arpasan lak tingka.
Dear friends of press in Shillong, I feel very honored and privileged to be here today with you all. This is my first visit to Apollo Trinity Medical Center to start off the liver health clinics for the people of Meghalaya. I am Dr. Elan Kumaran, the head of liver department at Apollo Hospitals, Chennai, which you all know is the birthplace of Apollo Hospitals and a marvelous center where all these specialties have been reached at their journey. So, as you're all aware, liver diseases are increasing all over the world. And in the same context, when I look back into the statistics of health at Meghalaya, definitely liver problems are on the rise and one of the major issues, especially alcohol-related liver disorders, because the average liquor consumption is 32.4% of the entire population, which is much higher than the average elsewhere. And as we all know, continuous high amount of alcohol intake directly damages the liver. And the sad thing is that it presents only at a very late stage. The next major health issue I would like to highlight today is about hepatitis C. We all know about COVID virus, how it affects the lung. We have taken vaccination, we take all the precautions, and we have overcome COVID. But for several decades now, the World Health Organization has been taking very strict measures to eradicate hepatitis from the world. It is possible because there are curative medicines for hepatitis C. Only that it has to be detected at an early stage before the virus is actually damaged the liver. And if they are diagnosed at the right stage and the people reach the liver specialist, they can be cured of hepatitis C. And finally, the rising and silent pandemic, I would say, is the pandemic of fatty liver. I think we are all aware that every other person getting an ultrasound of the abdomen is showing fatty liver. And till now, even medical practitioners were not very clear about the nature of this disease, the treatment of this disease, and even the treatment options that we had were very limited. And even today, the diagnostic modality for fatty liver is not available all over the country. So I would like to say fatty liver has to be focused because from my own experience, the liver failure due to fatty liver has increased from 5% to 20% in my practice. And if we let it increase, even children are coming with fatty liver. In next 10 or 15 years, we will see many more patients with liver failure due to fatty liver alone. And today, we have excellent diagnostic modalities. Simple tests like a liver function test and ultrasound abdomen are the initial tests that are required. And then further, we need a fibroscan. And with this assessment, we will be able to advise properly. The next major advancement, I would say, is about the medications for fatty liver. Till now, the role of diet and exercise has been emphasized very well because they are the first step in the management of fatty liver. A balanced diet, low calorie, high protein diet, and 45 minutes of good aerobic exercise is what is required to maintain a healthy liver and lead a healthy life. But then, in some people, if they are not able to cure fatty liver with these measures, we now have curative medicines. US FDA approved medicines like resmetirom is not available in India yet, but other hormonal therapy medicines like tirzepatide, semaglutide, these are all the latest medications for fatty liver, which as a liver specialist, we have found very successful outcomes. And finally, I would like to say about liver transplantation because I still believe that the awareness about the success of liver transplantation is not present everywhere. Today, it is a very successful treatment for liver failure and liver cancer with almost 95% success rates.
Badak ni ki Khubor ngilapoi shi kabakot tak haduk pang na siyang biang kublay shibot.